All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's business overview here. We are going to discuss something that I'm very, very passionate about, which is the soon very opening of our new market, which is going to be India, which is very, very exciting. Before that, I just want to pop on here and share a little bit about my story. We're soon also going to hear from a couple of ladies that are absolutely doing amazing in the business as well, and have a huge passion for India as well. But just very fast, I am originally from Sweden. I came across Nu Skin over 20 years ago while I was working in the banking industry in Australia. And it was from my little brother who showed me this opportunity. And what I saw was a chance for myself to start something part-time and to be able to possibly create a leveraged income and something that could create a lot more flexibility and freedom in my life. And I also saw a company that were working with some incredible new technologies, and we're investing a lot of money into research and development. It was a scientific-based company. And so it was right up my alley of working within the area of wellness, of health, of prevention, but they were also very, very top-notch when it comes to beauty and beauty devices and things like that as well. And I'll get into that here very, very soon. But I did it part-time for about 3 years. I then did it full-time for about 7 years and worked extremely, extremely hard. I was then able to take a huge step back as I had created a team in many different countries and be able to really enjoy my family. I had a couple of kids, Adela and Wynn are now 12 and 10, and they are in school a lot of time and so on. But it's been incredible to be able to live in our really dream life in Spain. And that's all to do because of this opportunity, this business right here. And hopefully I can share with you a little bit more of why it's such a huge opportunity and how it could possibly change your life for the better. And whether that's for you to make an extra 50 euros, 50 pounds a month, or whether that's to completely change your life by creating a huge, huge, huge business. It's completely up to you. It's very, very flexible, and you get to choose how you want to participate with this. But I've never seen a big opportunity than right now. And that's why about a year ago, I got engaged again and I started building new teams. And I'm so excited to be back in the trenches and working really hard again because we are so, so excited. We are just over 90 days away from opening this new market here, which is going to be on November 1st. And so what I want to do here is give you a little bit of a quick picture, a little overview of what you can do to participate in this and why you should have a serious look at this, and speak to the person who invited you onto this call further to really get more details, because I'm going to give a very quick overview here. It's going to just touch on the very basics, okay? So essentially, you've got to think to why would you start a part-time business like this, or whether you want to go full-time, or whether you want to put in at least 10 hours a week. Is it because you want to make a bit of extra income? Is it because you want your own business? Is it because you want to hang around some amazing entrepreneurs and be around a community that is absolutely amazing? Or we also have some incredible trips that the company rewards you with when you do really, really well, okay? So just think to yourself, what really would be interesting for you? Is it just the money side of things, or are there a lot of other reasons, right? Let's see here. I'm not able to change the slides really easily. Also, I have a background in engineering, yet I can't even, I don't even know how to work the slides here in a good way. So that should give you hope that you can still build a business without being able to be amazing at that as well. Let me see here. Let's see if I can play the slideshow. I hope this is still viewable for you guys. Okay. Essentially, so there are a lot of trends that are also in our favor right now. And I will mainly focus this opportunity here on talking a lot about wellness and beauty, but there are many other trends that are in our favor to help people to have a lot of success. And these are trends that are not just popular things today, but they're really, really going to be things that are going to continue to grow over the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, right? We all always want to have a better health span, right? We want to be able to have a really healthy lifestyle for a long time to come. All of us want to do that, be able to be able to travel the world and do the active things we want to do, right? It's not about living longer, but it's about living better as long as we possibly can, right? That's a huge thing. So the partner that we have in this business is called Nu Skin Enterprises. Now, Nu Skin is a 40-year-old publicly traded US-based company that is now open in over 50 countries around the world, okay? And so when you're building this business, if you're not in India at the moment, you have the ability to build into most of these markets right here, right? But also what's really cool with this company that did almost $2 billion last year is that it's a science-based company. I mentioned that early on. They have over 60 in-house scientists. They collaborate with a lot of different universities as well on really finding how can we look at aging from genetic science point of view, okay? How can we look at it from the nutrition side of things inside the body and also outside the body, okay? And one of those partnerships we also have within the company, amongst many, is with a company called Infosys. Obviously, all of you guys that are familiar with India obviously understand how big of a partnership this is. Infosys might be one of the most successful technology companies in the world. We actually just recently opened up an innovation center there in India, and they're doing a lot of great things with looking at how we can do social selling in a better way. They're looking at how we can use AI in a better way of building the business and so on. And they're doing all of that for you and I to be able to build our businesses in a better way, right? So let's jump into the product side of things. We do about 200 products in Europe. We do about 600 different products around the world. But we are the number one brand, and we have been, according to Euromonitor, the number one brand in the world for the last 7 years because we've done the most sales when it comes to at-home beauty devices. And the most popular product there is the little device that you see on the very left, our LumiSpa. It's an incredible cleansing tool. We also have some amazing products that use currents to make products much more efficient and so on. But we also do some incredible skin and personal care products. And then my personal favorite here and what I'm really passionate about is the wellness side of things, okay? And we have we're kind of called a difference demonstrator because we show the difference. What you can actually do is take some of our technologies, do half a face demonstration, and people can see a difference. And that's where you can just show people right away. They go, well, do the products work? Well, let's demo it. Let's show it on half your face. And then you can involve their emotions and so on, and they will be able to see for themselves. And most of the time when people try the products, they want to get the products as well, okay? Something that I've been very passionate about for about 20 years now is the biophotonic scanner. This is actually based on science, Nobel Prize winning science from Sir C.V. Raman, an Indian guy, who came up with Raman resonance spectroscopy. And so what we do there is we measure the amount of skin carotenoids in the skin, so the amount of protection that we have against free radical damage that's bombarding us on a daily basis. We've scanned about 15 million people worldwide, and we've sold about $5.5 billion worth of our main nutritional supplement there. However, this concept has not been very scalable, but our company has now invested a lot of money and time into developing the next generation of this technology that you see there on the left. And this is going to be the Prism IO, okay? It's this size right here, and in just 15 seconds, it is measuring 234,000 data points in the tissue here, in my tissue. So it measures what happened about 3 to 6 weeks ago, because that's how long it takes for whatever we're eating to show up in the tissue in the hand. And as you can see here, it's blinking at almost the highest level here, because I tend to eat fairly well. I take care of myself. I don't smoke. I'm not overweight, which are factors that will reduce your score. I tend to eat the rainbow fairly well, okay, a lot of fruits and vegetables, but I also take incredible nutritional supplements that our company makes that actually get absorbed in the body. And so I didn't start at that point. I started much, much lower on my score, but through the years, I've learned how to increase my score. And I believe we're going to launch this device first in India in November, okay? And we're also going to launch a series of products in India. Here are the 20 products we will launch in India. Let me jump into a few of these things. But essentially, most of these products right here, I think 17 out of the 20 products are going to be produced and manufactured in India, and therefore have a much, much lower price point to be better for the market in India, okay? But one of the things I love about our company is they always look at the science. So this is taken from the Lancet journal. They looked at what do most people in India lack in their diet. And as you can see, almost everybody lacks folate, riboflavin, vitamin B6, iron, iodine, B12, okay? And so we've come up with a completely vegetarian supplement called LifePak Core, which actually fills the gap for most of these things right here, okay? But not only does it fill the gap there, they have included a very specific blend of Ayurvedic ingredients, such as tulsi, goji berry, curcumin, black pepper, marigold extract, some Ayurvedic ingredients that will increase the score on the prism, as well as help with the lack of nutrients that people have in the normal diet right there, okay? And for me, that's what's really cool is they're looking at how can they develop a product that's specific for the Indian population, okay? They will also launch a professional range for the beauty salons in India. And this right here is targeting brightening, and they have some incredible technologies there and daily products that also are actually based. It helps to really with the brightening, and also helps with it also uses India's treasured traditional ingredients, okay? And really powerful ingredients there, okay? And so that's actually our first range of products we have in the world that is specifically for the beauty salons, right? Going to be very exciting there as well. Now, let's jump into the money side of things here. So if you decide to partner with Nu Skin, you have the exact same benefits as anybody else who partners with the company. You have the ability to sell products at retail. You also have the ability to earn a selling bonus. You can also refer other people to become affiliates within your team and earn a referral bonus on that, okay, 4 to 24%. Or you can build larger teams. And as you can see on the average incomes here on the screen, you will see that if you build, let's say to Ruby partner, you build 3 teams, okay? You find 3 other people that are really committed to this. They're also working maybe part-time with the business, but they're very serious about working part-time. They put in those 10 hours every single week. They're demonstrating the products. They're showing them maybe on social media, however they want to build the business offline or online. And they get to a point where they're making 2,000 pounds a month, right? That's a great extra income on top of your full-time job, right? But what if you want to build something bigger? That's what I looked at this for the very first time. I said, all right, Diamond Director, how do I get to that point? How do I get there as fast as possible? I wasn't the fastest person to do it, but that's what interested me at first, right? I've now gone on to see many people around the world. We actually have thousands of people that have made it to the very top Blue Diamond Director throughout the world. And that's the average income at that level right there. That's the monthly average income at that level, okay? So there is something for everybody here. If you want to make a little bit of extra income, amazing. If you want to make something a lot bigger, amazing, okay? I honestly believe that the people that will pioneer India, that will take advantage of this, that we only have now 93 days, whatever it is left till India opens up, they will be the ones that can get towards the top and earn a significant income much quicker than if you don't open up a new market, okay? Of course, you can have success in any market wherever you work, but opening up a new market like India, the most populous country in the world, you have a huge advantage, okay? So I am going to pop over, and that's where it's the huge thing here is the first mover advantage, okay? So we have seen that India right now have several companies that are doing extremely well when it comes to network marketing and direct selling, okay? And it's growing at an incredible pace over there, 13% 3-year CAGR, okay? And so you have one of our main competitors is doing almost $1 billion a year in sales there. And there's several other companies that are doing $250 million a year in sales. And so we know that it's a business model that's growing in India. It's going to continue to grow in India and be very popular. I believe we have certain things that are very special and unique that are better than these other companies. So I believe with the Prism, with our beauty devices, we're going to be able to come in there and be the largest company in the country. Okay, it's just a matter of whether you are going to do it or not, right? Huge income earners who started Japan and Korea and so on. The people that will pioneer India are going to do extremely well. I love this quote by Forbes. It says, the best time to join a company is when they are in the midst of global expansion or a new product launch. So right now, we have an expansion to the largest country in the world, really, best economy really to go and get into. Plus, we have this launching as well. It's like the 2 best things you can have at the same time, right? So it makes it a lot easier. So where are we at right now? Our company has, for the last 4 to 5 years, we partnered with Infosys about 4 years ago. We've been doing lots of market research and establishing different partnerships there. We've also set up partnerships with 2 local manufacturing plants that develop the products there in the North India. We've registered the company, Nu Skin is already registered there. We have the initial product lines. We will find out the pricing of these product lines in the next month or so, towards August, okay? The only thing we're missing right now is to build India eligible leaders in open markets. What does that mean? That means I am actually not allowed to go into India and just start building the business there. Only people who have OCI cards or Indian passports are allowed, and that are, let's say, building in an open market and reach a position called the brand representative, are going to be allowed to enter the market in November in India. Of course, they can then find people in India who are all allowed to start the business. But that's what makes it really exciting for any of you that are on this call that have either connections to people with OCI cards or Indian passport holders. They're going to be the pioneers of the market, right? And so that's what you're looking for. And you're making sure that they now get to work and get to what we call brand representative. And that's what's brand representative in a company. It's essentially somebody who has moved products of about 2,000, 2,500 pounds, maybe close to 3,000 euros over a 1 or 2 month period. Okay. And we only have 3 months left to do this, right? So if you really want to pioneer the market, you need to get there by the latest end of October, right? And that's now where the real hard work starts. For me, it's like the last kind of second right now for those that really want to pioneer the market, right? And do well. So before I ask my incredible colleagues here to come on and share a little bit about their story, why they're so excited about India, is what do we do in our business? It's very, very simple. You set up a free account. Then, yes, you don't have to order products, but I highly, highly, highly recommend getting products. Like, I've never seen anybody come into our business and not use products and demonstrate the products to have success in the business, okay? But you're going to love the products. It's amazing. Like, that's a side effect of doing our business, is becoming healthier, okay? Bringing your score up, your antioxidant protection, looking more beautiful, and so on. It's amazing. You'll be able to enjoy the benefits of these amazing, amazing products, right? But then also make sure that you start working with the people that invited you to this business. They maybe had more experience than you. They're going to be able to help you. They're going to be coaching you and telling you exactly what helps you to grow in the business, right? And right now we have these kind of 90 days to grow as big a team as you possibly can, okay? Also start planting seeds with people that are ready to get going in India on November 1st, right? And like I said before, get to that brand representative position by the latest end of October, right? So that's pretty much it for the business overview right now. I know some of you might have some questions, and I want you to bring those back to your people. But before that, I want to bring on an incredible person. She just is the most bubbly. She has so much energy. Her background is actually as a DJ, traveling the world. She's done extremely well with that. She lives in, I think, 3 countries. I think Switzerland, South Africa, UK. I'm sure she's all over the place, but she's originally from India. So Lena, can you pop on here, please, and share a little bit more about your background, your story? Why are you excited about India? And why should other people be so excited?
Hello, everyone. Can you see me and hear me properly?
Yes.
At the moment, I can only
Hold on. Let me just stop sharing my screen.
the. So
One
yeah,
second.
I've heard this presentation a few times now, and honestly, it gets me so excited every time. I get goosebumps because it's just such a huge reminder of this magnitude of this hugely privileged position that we're in as Indian heritage people. So as Daniel said, my name is Lena Sharma Spring. I've been with New Skin for a year and a half almost now. I am based in Switzerland, but like Daniel said, I'll work all over the world. And my background is I am British Indian. So I was born in the UK and I actually went to school in India. So my connection with the motherland runs really, really deep. I've traveled to India every year of my life. I speak 2 different Indian languages. And I got married there, and I've always felt, well, identified as myself as Indian over British. So I started off actually in the pharmaceutical world, working in a marketing department for a very large pharmaceutical company. And when I was made redundant in 2009, I had a massive pivot, and my passion for music took me to Ibiza, where I set up a record label and a marketing agency, which I've now been running for 13 years. I'm absolutely banging to music. As Daniel said, I've been collecting records all my life, and I DJ quite a lot as well. And I also run a nightclub in Croatia, which is where I am right now, spending the festival season running a nightclub over here. So I'm extremely busy, but as any independent business owner knows who's entrepreneurial, when you see or hear of an opportunity, you want to know more. always open to any ideas. So it was last year when a friend of mine approached me and said, listen, I've just started partnering with this wellness and science-based beauty company, and we're going to be expanding into India in the next year. Would you be interested in hearing more? And my ears just pricked up. I was like, yes, I absolutely would. If A, I'm open to opportunity, and B, India. So I went along, heard what she was saying. Bear in mind, I knew nothing about skincare, knew nothing about the company. I knew nothing about the industry, about network marketing. But I was wide open because I could just see the potential and the vision of what could happen with the current situation in India, where wellness is so predominant, where the middle class is growing so rapidly, and where I know that these products and this science and technology will work. So off I went, did my due diligence, and I thought, right, I am going to give this a shot. I feel like if the market's opening next year, I want to be ready. So I also started using the products, and lo and behold, aging backwards, absolutely astonished. But really, what floated my boat was the fact that everything is so clinically based and science and research behind it, the background. As somebody coming from the pharmaceutical background, this was the solid clinical research is something that really interested me. But I also got the visible results. So yeah, this is where my new skin journey has taken me. And by working very consistently, very hard every day, alongside my full-time work and the other projects and traveling all around the world, I've managed to get myself in a very beautiful position where I'm one of the founding members of the Indian eligible brand reps, who are going to have an incredible advantage in November when we enter the market. Super exciting. And the reason why I came into this business is because of the uncapped financial opportunity. It's something that everybody dreams of, but with me being an independent business owner, and if I'm not working, then I don't get paid. So I could see the potential of the passive income at the end of the road. Also, the fact that I can do it from anywhere. I'm running a nightclub. I'm doing night shifts here, but I'm still on this phone call. Just goes to show you can slot it in wherever you want, and it's super flexible. So I'm so excited because I'm going to be working with the motherland, but also I really know that we can change lives here. So I'm going to be building a brighter future for people in India who would, I think the average annual salary is around £3,000 per annum, which equates to about £300 per month. So even at the bottom of our compensation plan, for somebody who is earning an extra £200 a month, that may not seem like a great deal to you or I, but for somebody in India, that could change the entire trajectory of their lives and of their families. And I'm so here for that. So, what are you waiting for? Ask all the questions like I did. When I came off my first call like this, I just went to the person who'd invited me on. I was like, how does this work? Tell me what I need to do. And I just got started and I ran with it. So just give it your all. That's all I can say. And you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Thank you so much, Daniel.
Amazing, Lena. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. All right, next up, we have somebody who was actually born in India and also now living in the UK. But Sapreet, are you with us? Oh, there you are. Beautiful Sapreet. You're absolutely doing amazing things in the business here. And we're just, 3 months away from opening. Can you share a little bit about your background, the 40 million things you do as well, Lena? And you have like these, entrepreneurial spirits, doing lots of things. And why Nu Skin, why now, and why you're excited?
Yes, Daniel. I am trying to do that, but just making sure, can everyone see me? I have Lena pinned up right now, so I'm trying to like get myself on there. Can you see me? Or is it just my screen?
You are pinned.
I am. Great. That sounds great. I am pinned. Hello, everybody. My name is Supreet Bedi. I'm very glad, firstly, that you've made this time to be on this call. And if I can go by my experience, it's probably going to be the best 35 Zoom minutes you've ever spent. I'm going to just tell you quickly about myself. I'm a presenter, I'm an actor. If you've got any connections to India, you would have definitely heard of the giant conglomerate Times of India. They kind of rule everything. And they had a TV channel called Zoom, and I was the presenter there for very many years, interviewing all the Bollywood stars and what have you. So that's been my background. I'm also, Femina Miss India is another really major pageant that runs nationally, but the product goes worldwide. So you've got Miss Universe, Miss World, I train them. And I've also, because of that communication skills, got a book out there, and I'm an author as well. Now, why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you this because none of this has got anything to do with health, skincare, well-being, and yet I am here. So the point I'm trying to make is that your background has got nothing to do with the potential that new skin carries. Daniel, of course, explained something very quickly here, but I can tell you this is quite deep in terms of the possibility that lies ahead. Daniel called me last year. I think, was it on Instagram? Yes, it was on Instagram that we spoke. And he told me about this wonderful possibility. But I will put my hand up and say I am the skeptical sort. I love an opportunity, but then I've got to be smart. So because I'm putting my name to it as well, right? So I wanted to make sure that I am trusting this Swedish guy from Spain. So I had to do my due diligence. I went ahead and, whatever I could find out about the company, I did. I mean, when you think of 40 years, in the business, they're not newbies. When you think of trading on New York Stock Exchange, they're not newbies. They've got 60 plus scientists really exclusively working on bioadaptive products. I mean, all of this makes it sound like, woohoo, why did I not hear about it? The reason is simply because I think the commercial placement and the selling is not their way to go. They are more a word of mouth kind of a company. So I understood that part, and I got to know more about it because it's a human tendency to approach such things with preconceived notions. So I took the first few months, and I would say rather wasted them, in trying to combat those and actually just say, well, is this for me? But what I really loved is that although I've been a freelancer and I've never really been a fan of 9 to 5, and I enjoyed that freedom, every time that I was flying between the two countries, India and England, whether it's my journey time, whether it's my sleeping time, I am really just there. When I'm presenting on stage is when I'm earning money, right? But I wanted to get to, after 17 years of doing this, I wanted to get to a comfortable place where I am really making money while I sleep, like they say. I know it sounds cliched, but the joy of waking up to a ka-ching is really something you've got to experience. You either know it or you don't. And, you want to get there for your own reasons, whatever that may be. Like Daniel said at the beginning, you've got to find your why, but that was my why. And you've got to know, and if you believe that proof is in the pudding, then you've got to be the product, of this product. So I went ahead and I thought to myself, maybe if I start with just changing a few of my products and replacing it with new skin, because that's something we all do, right? So I've got like an under eye cream and a face cream and a day cream and a night cream and a foot cream and all of that stuff. So I'm not saying that, yay, let's, bring new skin on totally, but what about I just start changing a few things every month and see how that goes? This was a year ago. Now, if I can freely use the word, I think I'm addicted. I may have about 25 products each day from New Skin that I use. And the other day, my sister challenged me. She goes, yeah, it's just a number. It wasn't. She counted them with me. And we were really amazed because, whether it's the collagen that I'm taking, I mean, come on, toothpaste also. It's a whitening toothpaste. That's actually one of their best sellers. I was doing that as well. I'm doing the Pillow Glow, which is absolutely fabulous. I love these devices, such game changers. I really have to use them every day. You know why? Because the compliments are amazing. When your own family and friends start to say things like, hey, are you still with that skin company? Because your skin looks really good. You're like, yeah, do you want a piece of that? So I think I have definitely, tried and tested what New Skin is all about, being the product of the product, and where it's a game changer for me is the scanner. Everyone's going to find their own thing in their budget, of course. Like, for example, if they've got a toothpaste for 10 pounds, they've got a device for 400 pounds. What is it that you feel comfortable in your budget with, right? 27 pounds for a Pillow Glow. There could be like different pricing out there that you're fine with it. Find that thing, and then that would be your bits to work with. But for me, it was this lovely scanner that can actually measure your antioxidant levels in 30 seconds. And I was blown away because look at what it can do for industries like, with its skin clinics and the salons and gyms and I don't know, anything, businesses out there. You could change their entire structure with something like that, right? And now it's coming to India, which is this size. You kidding me? Like this size and 15 seconds. It's beating its own technology. And the fact that we don't get it first, people in India do, I was like, this is crazy. So New Skin's going in with, as far as I'm concerned, 3 very important P's, right? There's population to play with. That's huge. We're talking 1.4 billion people. Huge. Then there are the products that are nouveau in what they have to offer. You've got to try them to love them. And I can assure you, there's no going back. And then, of course, there is the Prism, which is the scanner. So with all that under your belt, your 3Ps, there is no way that you're not going to progress, which is the other P I'm throwing in this particular business. So I think in terms of what my experience has been, I would say try to give in to the possibility instead of giving into a fear of, I don't know this. This is the unknown. I'm not sure. If there are people talking here, of experience, it's because it's done something great for them. And I just really hope that you take that plunge today and get in touch with the person who got you on this call. I think that will be it from me. Thank you very much, Daniel, for having me.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Sapri. And thank you everybody for popping on to this call this evening. Please get back to the person that invited you on this call. Ask them the questions, tell them where you're at. Say like, look, I'm in, I want to get started right away. We've got like just 90 days left to get going. Or you just tell them, be like, look, this might not be for me, but I know 3, 4, 5 people that could be really interested in this. Okay. Anyway, it's going to be so much fun over these next 3 months. We're going all out. I can't wait to get to India in November to really get this thing going. We have so many people already interested there. So it's a great time, everybody. Let's go. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Cheers.